Here we go again, you think by now I'd know better. Locked in my head, romanticizing forever. Last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Dive in at first and all of it. Oh, what a rush looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? My God, don't we look good together? I should be running away, but so what, whatever. Oh, last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Dive in at first and all of it. Oh, what a rush looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you?
Hello everyone, it's Cathy Zilski. Welcome back to my channel and my studio and my weekly live stream. Cathy makes a card. Today I'm going to make a card. It's Wednesday. It's beautiful. Thank you for joining me today. If you've had the time or you're slipping away out of work or you're like, you got it in your cubicle and you're just got an earbud and you're like, yeah, I'm working. I love doing the daytime lives because I'm not so good at nighttime. Like at nighttime, I'm just sort of, Anywho, that said, Dan and I are still trying to plan, when it's going to happen, when we're going to make a card together. But I have some good news because, oh yes, thank you. I got a haircut and I will tell you, I literally washed it this morning. I did blow dry it and did nothing else. So I blew dry out the frizz, but I haven't flattened it or done anything. Anyway, yes, so we're working on it, but there's good news today. I'm going to show you two things before we get started. Number one, see my hands? What? How am I doing this? I bought a foot pedal. I bought an Elgato foot pedal, which is the same kind of thing that I do for, when I change scenes and stuff, but there's a foot pedal. And I saw my friend Simon Hurley teach a class, and I couldn't figure out how he's talking and gesturing, and I never see him touch anything. I'm like, you have the foot pedal, don't you? And he said, yes, I have the foot pedal. But I did get one other thing, and that is what I want to show you now. Foot pedal, please. Am I on the right side? There we go. I have a new camera, and I am calling this my very detailed close-up cam. Now in the chat, I talked about, would you rather see a die cut machine or, this little close-up cam? So when I'm working on things, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I will tell you this. It's a thing. And also, I'm Mindy. My friend Mindy is here, and I almost texted her. Do you all remember one time when I went live? Oh gosh, Mindy, because I emailed you or texted you. The screen went dark around the corners, and I'm like, it happened every time I plugged in a third camera. The fix was so easy. It's literally from the Mac camera icon. That's neither here nor there. But let's get into it today because, Mindy, if you want to know, text me later. Okay. Anywho, yeah, the new cam it's kind of cool, right? And maybe it will work. I haven't quite figured out the focus aspect of it. And let's see, there's no X. Yeah, okay, we're kind of cool. And yes, I bought the foot pedal. So, you know, when we get, when content creators get to the end of the year, we look for things we can buy. And that was something I could buy. But today, we're not talking about foot pedals. We're talking about 3D embossing folders. Now, here's the thing. I have so many of these, and especially the ones that come with dies to cut out pieces. Now, if you think about it, I don't use these very often, and I've been seeing more and more things, and I wanted to do that today. So I'm going to do some experiments. And Shannon, it is not on a gimbal. Now, Tim Holtz and Heidi, when they just did their Halloween class, they had some kind of gimbal thing. And if you watched the class, you know it just kind of went very, very slow. The problem is here, I don't have room for a gimbal. I don't have room for something that could very slowly move. And plus, it would mostly just show my chest. So, you know, I'd have to wear a bra, and that would defeat the purpose of all that I love and hold dear in the world. So we'll see how many times I screw up the foot pedal. But the thing that is kind of cool, if I need to just jump in and say something to you, I can. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stop overdoing it. But here's the thing. I don't think I can do this, you friends. I just scratched myself, but I'm going to pull my hair back so that I can actually see. And, you know, hair washing day. I wasn't going to wash it, but then I'm like, girl, you know that scene in Bridesmaids where Melissa McCarthy's like, you got to wash that hair. That's how I was looking today. All right. We are going to start with some ink blending. Now, I have 2 weights of cardstock cut out today, and these are my new little craft catchers. And I had a little promotion about the craft catchers. And I also want to welcome my friend Mark Spearman to the live stream. Mark and I were just messaging. Mark's a dear old friend of mine. Mark is actually the husband of one of my first corporate bosses. And there's a whole story there, but I've shared my corporate headshot picture with you all. And let me tell you, anyway, good to see you here, Mark. This is very exciting for me. Anyway, the craft catcher thing. So these little guys, and now because I want to show you something else I did. Okay, I took away one of my little guys over here because they slide right in, right? And you can keep all your, look, I have one here. Look at all the things. Anyway, I had a 20% discount code for the launch, but just so you know, I have a all the time 15% discount code at Glassboard Studio. So if you are interested in these, they work with the glass board. They work with the Tim Holtz board. They work with the Simon Says Stamp glass board. Pretty much any glass board that you have, they work with it. Anywho, I digress. So this is the die set and the embossing folder that I want to work with today. It's called Adrift Air Balloons. But as I was preparing some things, and I've got a bunch of inks, I have not added any of those to my supply list. Oh, and yes, this is a craft catcher. Okay, the key thing about what you can do with this, it makes cleanup really easy. And I'll show you once I have die cut pieces. Like you can just put your sequins and go right in because it has this little ledge. And then when it goes to the side of the board, it creates this even smooth swipe. It's like a crafty dustpan, but also nice for organizing. Anyway, I want to use this pattern. So see how cute this is? See those fun balloons and clouds? And I thought I would make a birthday card today. I know, yeah, they have a funnel on the side too. So I'll show you how that works later. I do have a couple promo things, but I'm going to mention those at the end. I may forget. I hope I don't. Okay, let's do some things. So today, I'm going to try a couple different weights. Now, I don't know how many of you... Oh, also, say hello to Beth and Emma. Beth is a globe-trotting friend who's all over the place, and Emma's awesome, and they are my moderators. And they will often share links and goodness to help you find the things that you need. So what I want to do is I want to create super simple rainbow blend. Oh, my mat's kind of dirty. Let me see here, my balloons. So I've picked some colors and I'm going to mix and match a little bit But yeah, because I need the right pink for this. So I'm going to do that today. Also, there is another tool that they released, and that is, I'll show you. Oh my gosh. They're smaller little friends and they magnetize down. I just probably won't use these as much because I really love my inkstand and I love to support my friend Brianne because she's awesome, and you know, spread the love around for the small businesses out there. So that is my thinking. Anyway, I have 2 weights of cardstock. I am going to plan 3 balloons, right? And I just cut extras because I figured, you know, you never know if you're going to screw up. You know what I mean? All right, we're dumping them here, here, and here. And I'm going to work across and we're going to ink blend some goodness. Now, this will come in a bit. All right. I also am going to use it. You know, I love to show all the things, but I love this thing. I love it for my mini brushes, for the little, you know, the flat heads. So cute. All right, we're gonna do some blending. Let's get started. Anyway, welcome everyone. It is a beautiful day here in Minnesota. Oh my goodness, stick there for a second. Couldn't ask for more. I really couldn't, and it's beautiful. So we're gonna soak in the beautifulness. And again, welcome everyone. Also, I hope I don't do anything crazy. And let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna load this up. I don't know if this will focus. And again, I'm gonna have to work on some of the camera angles because this might not be the right one. But this is what's cool is I can come right in here and you can see it. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Right there in the corner. Look at me. Who's here in the studio helping me? No one. I'm on an island, people. I am on a self-sufficient island. And there's the center. I don't know. Is it cool? I put a little poll in for all of you, and you can let me know. Would you rather see the die cut machine, or would you rather see this little side camera? Because it's kind of cool. And I bought this lens, and I was going to return it until I realized the lens itself. Oh, I don't love that color there. Yeah, that's fine. I should have gone right to Sweet Pea. It'll be fine. I was going to return it until I found out that I could not return it to my old credit card because my credit card got hacked. So that would have meant they would send it to, it can zoom in more. Yes, it can. I don't know what they did. They hacked my credit card. So they said the return would have to go to my, my Amazon account, because I did buy it on Amazon because I thought I would return it. Yes, it can zoom in. Now I don't have, let's see. Ooh, look at that. I don't have the actual zoom thing set up. There's a remote that I have, so I'm going to have to try it. But see, now I'm not sure where I'm at. Okay, we'll just come in like this. I should have gone right to Sweet Pea. I don't love carnation in there, but I think it'll be fine. All we're doing here is just creating, and I don't know why I'm using the same brush for each one, just a little blend. Let's kind of soften that up like that. Oh, see, now it's focusing. So I can pull it back a little, and it's not sure where it wants to go. That's what I got to figure out. Okay. All right. So now we have the pinks. I think it could be cool if I can nail the focus, and I have not done that. No, the hacker doesn't get the refund, but the refund, there's no credit card left because I had to close that account. All right, it's all, you know. What are you gonna do? All right, we're gonna move on to melon, I think, yeah. And we'll bring an orange in, and we'll do the same thing. I do like the camera. I just think I have to figure out the placement. It's cool because I have all these poles sticking out of my desk, and it gives me a lot of options for placing things, but I just haven't quite figured out. This is a little easier to see, and even here, you know what? I can zoom in a little more. It's just meant to kind of be, oh, is that focusing? Here, focus on something. It's just meant to be an ad, you know? Just a little add-on. All right, you. And I'll switch to a darker orange for cantaloupe. Yeah, you know, like if you watched Tim's Halloween thing, they just kind of came in every now and then with it, you know, with the little gimbal cam, although that was different because he was working on something much more dimensional. So, you know, Joan Barty, here's the thing. I have been, and actually I need a yellow. Hold on. Yeah, let's get a yellow. I have been a tech nerd my whole life. The reason why I ended up getting into graphic design was because it was computer based. It was, you know, desktop publishing, and I had always had a real interest in it. And when I realized that I could be, you know, doing design, see, it's focusing on that. What about if I put that there? You know, I'm gonna have to work it out. But when I realized that graphic design could be tied in with the love of tech and all that stuff, it sort of bridged these gaps and, you know, just made me love the technology aspect of graphic design. Because believe it or not, if you don't know how to use tech in design, you're as a designer, you're kind of hampered, right? Not necessarily all this kind of tech that I'm using now, but getting into the whole live aspect and filming videos. Oh, that can stay there. Let's bring in this guy. It just gives you, I don't know, it's just fun. I just love it. Yes, my side camera is not quite set up perfectly, so I'm going to use that very sparingly today, but just know I got a good one to use, and I should probably figure it out. All right, we're moving on to celery, so we're just working the rainbow. All right? And you know what? I probably could do a purple too. All right, I used to be accused of not enjoying purple. I enjoy purple. I think purple's great. And, oh, flip it so you can read it. We'll get in a little sea foam. I'm just tapping it off a little so it doesn't come in. This is such a pretty color though. Oh gosh, I'm getting too dark. That's fine. It'll all soften up. Okay. And I'm going to do this twice. I probably should have done this off camera, but you know, there are some days when I'm live where it just doesn't matter if I'm on pace or off pace. It's fine, but I do need a purple. Let's grab that. All right. We'll bring this in. Yes, the days of desktop publishing. I mean, back when it was just called desktop publishing. And who was I? I was just messaging with someone about this the other day. I was referencing Aldous PageMaker. Now I can't remember who that was because I can't remember all of it. So the reason I'm doing this test today is I want to know which looks better. Is it better to emboss an 80-pound cardstock for the die cuts? Or is it better to do the heavier weight? That's what I hope to answer today. Hey, Mari, nice to see you here. So these are 80-pound, and here I'll just turn that around so it's not so awkward and weird. Well, you can barely see them now, and we'll just repeat this for the second batch. And maybe I won't use that, what do you call it, the carnation. I think I'll skip it on that one. I don't want to unduly influence myself one way or the other, but I really am curious. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, Vicki is, I think I'll wrap it up by that time. Okay, I guess I could work backwards, but you know what? I don't want to. So let's start again with our pink lemonade. See, I wanted to use the Concord and Ninth because this is just my favorite pink. I don't know yet if there will be another pink, although there's a couple pinks in Altenew that I've really liked. But this one, I don't know, it has a bit of warmth to it. It dries back so beautifully. And yeah, we're just gonna get her on there. Nice and soft. Yeah, and bacon, time warp, right? Oldest PageMaker. That's what PageMaker, gosh, and then I think I will skip Carnation and go right to Sweet Pea. And then they sold, Adobe eventually bought it all. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's pretty great. Okay. Of course, there was that period. Some of you may remember a program called Quark Express. Oh, I loved Quark Express. But times moved on. And there you go. So we're just making our little rainbows, and we're going to have two options today. And yeah, see, if I turn that side camera on now, it's just going to focus on all my pens. So listen, I'm going to use the foot pedal to my best. Let's see, which one is it here? Nope. That's the table. That's the wrong one. There it is. I've got my socks on and I'm like pushing up. Oh, and I look crazy with the hair. Let's not go big now. Okay. All right. I don't know what's happening, people, but hold on. As Samuel L. Jackson said in Jurassic Park, when he threw on the lights, hold on to your butts. Okay. I got a million of them. Okay. And actually, my friend Mark, who may or may not still be here, because let's be real, it's a craft tutorial and he may not, you know. One thing that he and I are extremely gifted at is quoting films at random times across time and space to each other. And they're primarily two films that we quote the most. And they are Silence of the Lambs and the movie Contact. And that was how Mark got in touch with me today. He quoted Contact. He was actually quoting Carl Sagan directly. But, you know, that's what we do. Frankie's not heavy enough to get that foot pedal down, just so you all know. He is here today, actually. He got dropped off this morning because his mother has something going on tonight where she cannot take care of him. Barry Jarrett, I would answer that question by saying I think it's InDesign has kind of taken over, because I feel like the Adobe Suite Creative Cloud just has kind of taken over everything. So I use InDesign for production design, for print-based things. When I was working for the magazine Scrapbook and Cards Today, which just folded, it's publishing, not the rest of it, but we just published our last issue. And I've always used InDesign working for them. And actually I used InDesign when I was working for Simple Scrapbooks as well. I migrated them from Quark to InDesign. So that was fun. I always love that stuff. Oh, it's fun to see all your quotes. Yeah, but here's the thing. Bone-tired travelers, Mark and I quote the weirdest stuff from Silence of the Lambs. Not the obvious things. It's like, it's hilarious. And the more obscure that you can do, the better. All right. So this is a little time, you know, we're just blending. We're just blending some color to get these pretty little balloons. And they are air balloons. I actually thought about doing something that wasn't so air balloony, like turn them into actual balloons. But when you see the plan, and I have a loose plan, it's not, you know. Well, here's the thing. And Frankie is, he probably would be fine, but we just feel, like he's such a special boy. And you know what? I love having him here. He's the closest thing I have to a pet of my own. He ignores me, and yet I know he loves me. He's downstairs right now. I gave him a churro before this live started because he gets hungry in the middle of the day. Him needs a little snack. I think these are really nice colors. Yeah, I love how they blend together. And you go here, bring in our blue. So if you're just joining, you haven't really missed a ton. We're just blending some balloons that we're going to emboss, because this is an embossing folder, one of the 3D folders from Simon Says Stamp, that comes with a couple of dies, right? These guys that allow you to cut out some of the shapes. And so that is what we're doing. We're going to make a card that has that texture, and then I'm going to do a whole panel. And I have not actually made the card. Oh yeah, Diane, you know, Quark Express for all that pre-press in the old day. Yeah, and now, where's my last color, which is my purple? Oh, now mostly InDesign. In fact, Quark went out of business at some point. I do remember that. I think everybody loved them, and then it was hard for them to navigate the changes. All right, so our balloons are done, basically. And even, you know what, even if your blend isn't perfect, doesn't matter. The embossing is going to add a little something, something, okay? That's all we're doing. So that is the ink. And again, I have not added any of these colors to my supply list, but I will after the live stream. I'll just keep them all stacked over here. And I was just a little, what was I? Oh, I think I was just distracted this morning. Oh, they could be a little vase upside down. That's so cute. Squirrel. I was just distracted getting this little camera set up today. But again, it could be great for like an alternate close-up shot. We'll see. You can go over here. The focus is going to get all wonky because there's nothing to look at. Oh, you know what though? I should clean this up first. I always like to try to wipe my mat off a little bit before I forget, because I got that going. Okay. So now we will try our experiments. Okay. Let me zoom out a little. There we go. You can go on the ground. You guys, I'll put these away. So the thing that's nice about this is I just keep them kind of in order. I used to try to put a label on every single guy, but now I kind of thought, yeah, you know what? Just grab something that looks light, because there's just too many colors to, where does that one go? To keep an eye on. And so that's my goal here. But it's nice because you can stack these. There's a lid that comes with it. I don't use the lid. I just put it in a drawer. And my drawer is it's in my calyx unit. You know how IKEA has those drawer inserts? It fits inside one of those very nicely. Okay. All right, now. Oh, there goes a wisp of hair. You know, I'm sorry. It just, you know, it shouldn't be about hair. It's really not, but this is just about the wrong length. Okay, let's get back to the table. Do I ever use a matte spray on my grip mat? Marcy, if you mean something like this, like a cleaner, I use Ultra Clean, but I typically just use water. And then when it's time to clean that, I use soapy water. So that's, you know, that's that. So what we will do is we're going to take this and we're going to emboss these images. I'm going to start with the 80 pound. And here's what's fun about this. Now, there are, let's see, 1, 2, there's the big one and 2 smaller ones. Now this one has a different pattern on it. The smaller ones we don't have dies for. So I'm going to just keep the patterns the same in case I choose to add some details on the with a gel pen, because that's my thing. So of course what you want to do here is you've got this deboss, the dip down, the cup size, right? And you're going to take your guys. And also, I did do these in an order so that I could arrange them in rainbow order, with the big one being in the middle. I think I kind of forgot to mention that, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop them in and we're going to tape them in. And actually, okay, you can use, you know, I'm a fan of the Easy C tape. It's just a little harder to get off, but we want to hold them in place, because if you don't, they're gonna move. And I'm going to go in both of that. Is that the same size or is that a big one? I may have to do this in, yeah, I'm gonna have to do these separately, because that's the size that I want, is this one. So we're gonna repeat this one twice. These are the 80 pound, and I'm gonna show you my sandwich. So I use my Anna Griffin machine for a lot of things because it's an electronic machine and it's easy on my wrists and repetitive motions and all those things. So I take a clear plate, and yes, Amy Rasavi, you were the one that taught me this. I never knew this. And we're going to close this up. And now our little guys are going to stay nicely in place when I run it through, okay? I am going to go like this, and I'm going to run it through. Now, I could turn on this camera because you can kind of see behind me, but it's not really going to... See, that's where I'm thinking the die cut cam. Oh, Christine, thank you so much for the super chat. Aww. Making your day a little lighter. Okay. That makes me think of making your way in the world today. Takes everything you got. Done all your work. Wouldn't you like to get away? Everyone sing along. Okay, let's take a look at how this turned out. Oh. So 80-pound, beautiful texture. That looks really nice, right? So we've got that texture. You can really see it when I tip it. Okay, so you go there. I'll keep you for a second. Let's lift you up. The key to using the die cuts is you just have to make sure that you tape them in place. And I will use, I think I can use the same tape. Get it right in here. And we'll do it again. First and 10, do it again. All right, we're gonna go behind. Yeah, I don't need to change the camera. You know what I'm doing. All right, so these are our 80-pounders. I remember when I was 80 pounds. I think I was 6. Okay, that is our, there they are. That looks pretty good. Now, let's take a look at the difference in the heavier weight. And there goes the hair again. This is not the best day for hair. Also, make sure that you don't have anything schmutzy on because you don't want to press that in, right? Okay. Oh my gosh, TV shows don't have good songs anymore. I don't know how many of you ever watched Portlandia, but I watched a Portlandia episode just because I was killing time, and the theme was the trend in theme songs of TV shows now is all like, it was a band that purported to write all of them, and one of them was the theme song to True Detective and all that just dark, grungy, no lyrics, and it made me laugh out loud because I'm like, that's literally what they do for every show now. All right, are we taped in? Just something dark, scary. Clip up top, Cathy. Oh, well, I could try that. Hold on. Let's get these guys done. Now here's the thing too, if you, on your embossing folder and your die cut machine, you can always add in a shim of some kind. If you want a deeper emboss, right? You can add, oh, that looks really good. That actually might look better. Now again, we're going to compare them in just a minute, but I like the look of that. Okay, coming up. Oh, that looks deeper to me. And again, it could be because of the thicker cardstock. Well, let's get this guy in here too. I'm gonna slide this right here and we'll do one more. Okay. But see, this tape works great. I guess I was thinking maybe it would stick too hard, but really, it's pretty good. But again, that will hold it in place and it does not move, okay? Okay, gotta bring the coffee over. So this is the result of my test. And yeah, by and large, I kind of like how, let's get closer here. Come on now. All right. Now you can see the difference, I think. So here's our 110 pounders. I remember when I was 110 pounds in the fourth grade. No, that would have been not true. And here's the 80 pound. Oh, just come on out. You and you, okay? You know, honestly, there is a slight deeper emboss on the 110 pound. It is very subtle. You don't notice it as much, I think, when you're looking at it side by side, but if you're like kind of just glancing here, I feel like the 110 looks better, and I thought it wouldn't. No, I do not use the magnetic plate when I'm embossing. I just use the clear plate and the 3D folder. Okay, this is only with these thicker folders. You know how also Gina K is using, she's adding some really nice 3D, those thicker folders to her collection. That's the same depth. So I think for now, I'm gonna set you guys over here, and I am going to proceed with the 110 pound, all right? Now the next thing I wanna do is make my white panel. Okay. So same thing. Here on the left, I have 110 pound. I'm going to bring that in there so it, come on, focus. Yeah, up there a little. Let's just stick some other things in there to focus on. Okay, I'm going to line this up. And actually, you know, if you probably don't have to tape as much when you're getting into these full panels because they're probably not going to move at all. Now, this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel, and this is 110 pounds. So again, I'm going to run it through, but I just can't do it in thin air. I need a plate. You may have noticed, I can't talk. You may have noticed that I do not mist my paper. That is just no wetness, no misting, nothing. That actually went through beautifully. Yeah. All right. I mean, you can. Also, another thing I've heard people do is a little spritz of alcohol because it dries so quickly. So if you have issues with, oh, thank you, Fern. That is so nice of you. If you have issues with your pieces coming out and they look cracked, or, you know, parts look pinched, I have that happen all the time. This came through beautifully. You can always, you know, spritz on a little bit of water. People do that. You can spritz on a little bit of alcohol, and that I keep mine in a little bottle because it works great. But here, we're going to do this. We're going to take the 80 pound and let's see the difference. So I'm lining it up on the cloud edges. Okay. Well, do I want to go up a little? Yeah, I do want to be up a little further. There we go. Try to get it about the same so we can have the apples to apples comparison, and squeeze it and run it through. All right, here we go. And again, this sandwich that I'm using is just for this type of folder, the 3D thicker folders. All right, now, you know, if I look at the two, I like this one better. It's just a little bit more embossed. Not much. That's about apples to apples right there. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's put you away because I want to add a greeting. I want to turn this into like a cute little, what do you call it? Birthday card. And Here's what I'm not sure though. Do I want to trim any of this down for my card? Maybe I do. Oh, there we go. Because here's the thing. I'm not going to line these up over the embossing. Now you certainly could. You can line them up, and that's a cool look. Like you could do the whole thing where you line these all up right on top. But the reason I don't want to do that, in my opinion, with this folder, you're going to do them all or you're not, because that is a really odd, look at that. That's a really disparate design to just have things spaced like that. There's so little connection. And even if you stick a greeting right in the middle, I still feel like that just doesn't hang together the way I like to create unity on a design, right? I want my hot air balloons to be together. So I am going to take, let's come up here. I'm trying to look at my camera and make sure I'm in. I think I'm going to come in and take a 1/4 inch off here. Okay. And then I think I'll take a 1/4 inch off the top. So 5 1/2, 5 1/4, like that, right? And that might be just all I need. I don't know if I'm going to need more, but I'm going to get my note card prepared and we'll get this part set up before we do the greeting. And by we, I mean, you know, moi. Okay, let's go here. Okay. Let's see what happens on close-up cam. So we're going to bring in our folder here. Okay. All right, we got our little guy there. So that's a nice shot. Ooh, it's so fancy. All right, we're going to score right there at 5 1/2. Okay. And then we're going to come out and fold it down. Just trying to be fancy. Oh, now you should focus in here. Come here. Get in here. Come on now. I wonder why that's happening. Well, you know what? It's back. There's so many things. There's so many things. You know, I could, I don't know. Here's the thing. We're always trying different technologies, and I think that, yeah, I have a video camera is my main camera, and these side cameras and my face cameras, they are not video cameras. And sometimes I feel like maybe swapping out the video camera for another one like these guys might be the ticket, but it's hard. It's hard to know. Okay, you didn't come here for the tech stuff. Although today or yesterday, oh, let's stamp this first. When I got some help, I use this software called Ecamm, and I actually got some help in their community, which shocked me because usually I feel like I don't get really great help in that group, but there's this guy, super helpful. And I thought part of me wants to make a video and another channel just for this thing that I Googled the heck out of that I could not answer, and he answered. You know what? I think I want more of a margin. Let me cut this down. Okay. Okay. Oh, Kim. Oh, Kim. Sending you some hugs. I had my teeth done. Let's see. We're going to go 3 3/4. See this, I don't have to worry about this pattern because this is just textural background. But I had a bunch of stuff done to my teeth in, gosh, what year was it? 2007. These are all caps and veneers. I didn't have great teeth growing up, and we didn't get braces in time and all that stuff. And let me tell you, it was a 4-hour appointment. It was something else. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Okay, but my dentist was awesome. So I am going to put a little foam tape here now. Okay. See, I do love the techie stuff. I don't know. That's the thing, man. That Apple computer, that Macintosh, cute little, I don't even know, it was one of the very first ones in the computer lab at in Arlington, Texas at UTA, which is not a charm school, by the way. I don't think Mark's here, but that's one of my favorite quotes from Silence of the Lambs. When she says, "I went to UVA, sir. It's not a charm school." Anyway, but that was what got me hooked. I had to make a resume so that I could get a job, and I used the Macintosh, and it was magical. Okay, I'm gonna mount this before, I know this is gonna be the base of the card, but I do have to figure out what this greeting is going to be, and that will be the challenge. All right. And also, if you would like to win this card or take it home or have me send it to you, and excuse me while I stand up here, all you have to do is leave a comment on my blog post today. And there's a link in the description, and Beth always shares the link as well, or Emma does, and they're awesome, and you can do that. I need some foam squares, because what I want to do is create my little gathering, and I'm not 100% sure yet what this part's going to look like, but I want to show you the stamps that I would like to use. And I need to make some decisions. This is Birthday Basics, which is upside down in the back. And we won't worry about that too much right now, but okay. Now here's the thing. You can always do a nice black with white, and that could be kind of cool, right? Black greeting with white type. Or I could do a white type or a white greeting background with gold type, because gold would be really cute. Also, does someone have shingles? Oh man, that's the word. I haven't had it, but I got my vaccine when I turned 50. My mom had it once, and I did not want to be dealing with that, so I'm so sorry. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna put now I can put the side cam on when I have to get up and get something. Oh, look at that. Go ahead. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay. See? Isn't that great? Side cam? Okay. Now, I think I might want to try, oh boy. I think white and gold would be really pretty, because then I could put a little gold spatter on this, and that would be really pretty. So I think I'm going to do that. I didn't set up anything in advance where I wanted to do this, but I think this could be pretty. Okay. Yeah, the angles, the side cam, you know what? We could just call it anti-butt cam. I think Emma pretty much nailed it. So there you go. Okay, but the question here, how am I really that upset? Oh, here we go. Which greeting? Because these are bigger than you think and smaller than you think. And so what we do is we say, these are floating in the sky, right? Up here. I need to make sure, and maybe, I could do some popping up of these. And I could do You're a Gift. I could do Make a Wish is cute, because that's just kind of, I like that one. I could do just Happy Birthday. That's kind of big. Birthday Love. I like Make a Wish, because then it could be, well, it's a birthday card. It's not going to be not a birthday card. Let's do that today, shall we? Okay. So a little scrap of cardstock here. This is the 110 pound. And we're going to pop this up here. Yes, I had chickenpox as a child, which is why I got my shingles shot at 50. And it was two rounds. And it actually did make me feel kind of icky for a day. But again, my husband got shingles. And Dan got shingles coinciding with the first time he got COVID. And that freaked everyone out, because it's like, okay, so COVID affected his system to the point that he developed shingles. The weird thing about Dan, though, is he doesn't complain. He has a really high tolerance for pain, because he showed me the rash, and I'm like, oh, honey, that that's shingles. I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that is. And he handled it really well. Oh, do I send the card blank? Oh, no, I do. I send a message. Yes, I do. I have a stamp set that I will show you today that will be, but boy, I just checked the stock on it and it's really low again. And it's my inside birthday greetings. I'm going to use it on this card so you can see, but it's been a very popular set. Even this is a kind of a low stock. But anyway, yeah, Dan got COVID and then got shingles on his first time. And poor guy, but didn't complain. If it had been me, well, I think I would have complained a little more. But you know, I try to handle things. So we're gonna. I gotta reach. There we go. I'm gonna stamp this a few times. Oh, I want this to be gold. Forgive me. I just grabbed white powder. Gold. Whew, almost messed that one up. Okay. And coming down. And here. The thing is, the reason I wanted to use this is I was cleaning on Monday. I got nothing productive done in terms of work deadlines, all the things that I needed to be working on. But instead, I decided to spend the day cleaning, and it was great because I sorted a bunch of product. But then I also forgot that I had all these things. And I was like, I forgot I had this. I forgot I had this. It's a really nice thing if you have a lot of things to go through your things from time to time. And I boxed up a bunch of things for Dan's teacher friends. And that was, that was my goal. I donate a lot to his school because teachers are the best people I know. They work so hard. If any of you are teachers, you have my utmost respect because, man, Dan comes home. He doesn't tell me a lot of stories from school. He really kind of keeps some of that to himself. I'm not sure why, but when he tells me some of the stories, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Okay, so I donate product to teachers, and I have heard from Dan when he brings a box in, they disappear pretty quick. And I love that, you know? I get a lot of wonderful products and I can't use them all. It feels really good to donate to teachers. Okay. I think that looks good. All right, we're gonna melt. We're gonna melt it up. Sorry if I've missed a lot of comments today. Sometimes I get really zeroed in on my card. And now that I have this new, oh, I don't have cloth. Oh, well, okay. I have Swiffer cloths in my closet, and I obviously forgot to get a fresh one. Sometimes I get really in and I can't really think about anything, but here I'll keep this up. Delicious. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm trying to make fetch happen. We'll work on it. That was pretty lame. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. That was pretty lame, but you know, I'm doing my best. Now, where did my dies go? Thank you very much. Here we go. Okay, so let's get out the dies. Listen, I love my boot mug. This is my favorite mug, and part of the reason is I can fit all of my fingers in they all fit in, and I love that. I have two of them. One, the boop word faded terribly, and I contacted them and I said, do you know that this is a thing? And they said it shouldn't be. We're going to send you another one. And then they did. And that was better. Now, which one is this? Is it that one? Yes, it is. Okay, we're going to cut a couple of these for the Make-A-Wish. Mrs. Whitlock, I love this font too. This font is called Archer. I purchased it many, many years ago when I worked at Simple Scrapbooks magazine. It has always been my favorite font. It was designed by a company called Huffler, Frere & Jones for Martha Stewart. And then it became available to the masses like me. And it is a slab serif, which means all of the feet, the top part, the feet parts, you know, they're all squared off and flat. And that is referred to as a slab serif. Slab serifs were really trendy, probably in the mid 2010s to 15s. But then, you know, when you bring something into crafting, well, they can last and have a new life. And I've always loved this font. All right, let's cut this out. Alrighty, and I'll cut out one more layer just to have, let's see there, pop you up. That look good? Yeah. This is a real, okay, this is a nice stamp set because it has basic birthday greetings. And I have a series of sets called Thank You Basics, Birthday Basics, Graduation Basics, with the idea, oh, let's cut one more, that you have a really all-purpose set, but it's only a 4x6 set with greetings. So, you know, it costs a little less than a big stamp set. Ouch, that was my knee. But it's very all-purpose, right? Because there's just like, you know, there's just a bunch of basic birthday greetings and sub-greetings. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All right, let's glue these together. And see, when I first looked at these, I thought, wouldn't it be cute if the balloons were actually like on strings? But then I thought, you know, they're hot air balloons. If they were on strings, I think we'd have a problem. So no strings. All right, let's get a glue mat here. This is just my little grip mat. Thank you, Patty Heiss. I think of you now all the time because you told me to do this, and it really does work great. So we are going to glue you, and I can save that for something else. What would happen if I zoomed in on glue? Let's take a look. See, the thing is, I can still talk, right? I can still talk and do all the things, but it doesn't seem to want to focus in certain areas, but we'll see. All right, hold on here. We got this guy, and we got our glue guy. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's focusing on my hands, isn't it? I'm just going to add a little in. Pretty magical. Okay, like that. Okay, and then pop it on and line it up. Just gives it a little bit of stability, right? That's all. Just a little. Yeah, I think that's very nice. And back in here. Okay. Sorry, I'm feeling around with my foot. My little socky foot. I'm like, is that the one? It's like I'm playing footsie with technology under my desk. Have I thought about using the 80-pound balloons to float the 110-pound? You know, I guess I could have stacked them up, but now they have color underneath them, so I don't want to double up. Like, I could probably just use them for something else, but that's actually a good idea. I'm going to just pop them up with foam tape. So let me grab some. All right, thick and thin. You know, we're going through now, but here's the thing. A little gold spatter would be cute. I'm gonna do it. Let me get my pen out, or my paintbrush. Where are you? There you are. Because I feel like this is simple. It probably needs a little something. Now, let me get my box here. We're gonna zoom out maybe a little bit. The only thing is, I don't I don't want to have, I don't want the border to have spatter. So you know what I think I'm gonna do is just I'll take you out. I don't want you to have spatter, and I don't want you. So you sit there. I could be wasteful, but I'm not going to. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm going to use scraps of paper for this. Let me grab my spatter stuff. All right, where are you? I love this bottle of stuff, okay? But I don't want it to get on the sides, so I'm just going to say we're going to get right in there. We're going to hold it and protect it. It'll be fine, right? And I'm just going to do that on all the sides. Top and bottom, because I'm fine with wasting a little bit of, you know, cheap copy paper, which I love this stuff. I actually have to order some more of it, but I don't want it to go on the border. Now, would it have made more sense to do this before popping it up? Yes, ma'am. But the thing is, it doesn't always happen that way. You know, sometimes you forget. Libby, what are you doing out there? Oh, this glue stand. So, no, this does not cover. This is a little guy that I got on the internet, Mi Tienda de Art Craft Atelier. It does not. It just hovers. But this glue bottle doesn't drip. These little Gina K glue bottles are fantastic. Now, I will say they are better for Connect glue. I think Connect glue and these are great. I will add this to the supply list after the fact. You can get a cuter one. Where's my cuter one? I don't know why. This has been through. There's a rainbow one you can get from this Make It by Marco. They have more colors. This is just a white one that I found, and I have multiples. Sometimes I want that color, and sometimes I don't. That's all. Okay, we want to make sure this pigment is really mixed up, and then I guess all I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm seeing convo about TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I was on it for a hot minute, and then I was okay. You know, I can't do it all. I don't think any of us can. So I canceled my TikTok account. It didn't last very long. So now I'm just going to put little gold spatters. Just a little. See how I'm tapping off in the corner? And then just come on. Just for a little extra something. It's very little. It's not a ton. You can add lighter, smaller ones. That's all I'm going to do. But yeah, I don't TikTok. I don't do the TikTok. I barely do the Facebook. I mean, I do Facebook for my work. I share cards on Facebook and make sure that, you know, if I'm going live, I like to let people know. See, look at the protection. Protection all around the town. Very nice. And I think it's not only am I too old for TikTok, it's just another thing that's trying to take some of my energy and time. And you know what I'm talking about, right? They want our energy. They want our time. They want us to stay on the phone. And I get it. I'm on my phone way more than I should be. You know, I have a timer on my phone set for Instagram and Facebook. Because I like to use Facebook for work stuff, but then sometimes I go to Facebook just to see what my friends are doing. I don't have very many friends on Facebook, so I keep it to just people I actually know. And so if you've ever sent me a request on Facebook, please don't take it personally. I don't accept anyone that I don't know personally. But that said, it's like, well, do you really need to spend your time there? So when my timer goes off, you just set it on your phone. I try to honor that timer. The number of times, the percentage that I actually do honor that, 95% of the time I ignore it. So, you know, we all try to be better. Oh, yes. See, that's why I like live streams. These are long. These are slow. These aren't slick. I mean, unless you count that, because that's pretty slick. You know what I mean? Okay, but they're not, they're not gimmicky. Okay, that was pretty gimmicky too, but you know what I'm saying. The live stream, it's like actual crafting happening in real time. Yeah, sure, sometimes I do some preparation before, but most of the time I'm crafting in real time, and you're hanging out and leaving comments, and I mean, honestly, even that by itself, adorable. It's adorable. Very strongly that there are need for depths, different depths. And I love the foam tape that I used, that at pop-up. I use that a lot. It's Altenew foam tape. It's great. Oh, that does remind me. I will show you when the card's done the 2 promos I want to mention just while I'm thinking about it. But what we're going to do here, I actually think, if this little guy could be in the center, and then these guys would be obviously on either side, I want them to fit on here, but I think the orange guy needs to be popped up. So we're going to start with him. Actually, we're going to start with this. Sometimes I feel like if you have your guys set here, everything's going to go from there. So we hold that. We take you out. We take off the backers. And we're going to add this on. All right. Tweezers. Now, I always use a little liquid glue on each dot, because if you don't do this, it will change your craft life. I think I can back this up. I really do, because it just gives you that little bit of float time before you actually commit. You can wiggle, you can make sure it's straight. Now, I like using, obviously, this little T-square to make sure that we are straight, like that. But it is really quite nice to put the glue on, because it will give you that little something. Now, I would like to cut one of you in half. Oh, all right. Hopefully audio's not glitching, but if so, try refreshing your, excuse me, your screen. Sometimes that makes a difference. It's weird during a live stream because there's so little that I can do to change how you see things, technically. Now I'm putting these right in the center for now. Yeah, okay, YouTube might be having an issue. And this is going to go underneath. And I don't know if I want this one to be on top or not. Let me see. It's a placement thing, but I like the idea that this is right on top. And I'm going to kind of give this a little off to the side, a little bit off to the side here, but I need to make sure there's room for those guys to slide in. Yep. Okay. All right. Yes. Log out, come back in. It's just, things happen on a live stream. The nice thing is, and this is true probably 90% of the time, when there is an issue on a live stream, it doesn't show up on the replay because YouTube has processed the file and it's usually pretty good to go. And I like that. All right. This is very simple. So this little friend is going to float right above. Is that centered? It looks pretty centered to me. I could use my ruler, but I'm just going to eyeball it with these, with mes yeux. I think that's eyeballs. And now we're going to slide this in like that. This one's going to go right smack dab onto the panel. Now, of course, you've got that extra texture, right? But that's okay. It's going to be fine. Give a little glue there. And let's come under here. Oh, this is an awkward, can't figure out how I want to hold this. How about that way? Like that, maybe? I'm not very good with my left hand. And it is hitting the, oh, there we go. Let go. I wanted this to be down more. So see how it's kind of hitting right above the word make, kind of like nestled in there. And this little cutie patootie, this one, we're going to do a thin foam tape square thing. So that has a little lift, even though it's underneath. Okay. Maria, try to quit and come back in, because right now, unless my son is turn the card where? Turn the card? I don't know. Okay. Turn it where, Tanya? Squirrel. I'm looking. Now, we're going to... Oh, turn the card when I was placing it. Okay, thank you. I'm like, turn the card? Okay. Yeah, I don't measure very often. I do use the ruler when I'm placing things, and I hope that I'm pretty much centered. And here, we're just going to say, this guy can come in a little, and I'm going to try to have him be about the same distance, maybe a little higher up from side to side, like that. Oh, it's very cute. Now, I could put some pearls on here or some sequins. Let me see what I have here. I have pearls, and I have, oh gosh, not very many of those. I kind of feel like this might, I don't have a lot here, but I do want to show you how this guy works. Okay, let's just see, because I know Ingrid will appreciate this today, as she is wont to do. Okay, I'm going to pop this open. I wonder if I have any more of these. Well, that's, you know, they say use your tools, use your products. I definitely am using all of mine today. Now, all right. I think this could be cute to have. Oh, I don't have any mediums though. You know what? Let me check a stash, okay? I'm gonna let you look at this from the side. There we go. Just enjoy that. Hold on. Well, can't find any. That's so weird. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I thought I had a little stash. Sometimes when I can't fit them all in, but those are pearlescent, and I don't know if I want pearlescent. That might not be what I am looking for today. Huh. Very strange. I need a medium size to do this, and I could not find a single gold flat friend in there. Well, yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know if you'd want to do a pearlescent on here. I'm not necessarily... You know what I do have, though? Did I get that from Gina? I just bought it. And now I cannot find where I put it. Cathy, you have got to be more organized. I bought Gina's little confetti mix, and now I can't find it. Well, okay. So apparently, we're not going to use these. But this is what you do. See how they go in the corner? Oh, right back in. We're going to have to just go with, oh, okay. These are, is this the Gina full one? I have Gina K Pearl Mix. Sometimes, oh, there's very few pearls in here. Pearl Mix Mini, Pearl Mix. All right, we're going to go Pink Fresh today. All right, let me pop these open. I got to do this. Roberta, no, Trinity Stamps makes such beautiful things too. Gosh, oh, okay. So I just spilled these all over, and then I'll be able to show you the beauty of this cleanup tool. Okay, hold on, get out of here. My table's a little, we're going a little crazy over here, okay? How are we doing out there? Thanks for being here. Thanks for your patience. Please stand by. Okay. Now let's see. See, I really wanted to have a medium friend because, you know, you could go 1, 2. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I may not. I have not decided if I want to. I'm not loving it. See, it really needed to be something else. I can feel it when I see it that it's not right. Hold on. Okay, come on. Get out of there. Come on, you little pesky friend. Now, here's what's great. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go wide. You're going to see a lot of my table for a second, okay? All right, so we're over here. You can see my mic up here a little. Apologize for that. But here's what's great. You can just take all your guys and just like sweep them in because it's not even focusing over here, but it works like a little catcher, okay? And you get all your things. And I just knocked this over again so I can come down here, bring them to the, you know, whatever. And now we can add them back in. All right, I just, you know. Gold stars, let's get your focus on. There you go. Would also be cute. Do I have any? Well, I may have to work on that after the live because I know that I have something somewhere. Come on now, get in there. Sometimes the pearls want to stick in these grooves. That's the only thing I've noticed. The sequins don't, but the pearls do. All right, there you go. Well, we're good. So for now, we're going to leave this. I am going to stamp on the inside though. So let me show you this. All right. Okay. Now I have another stamp set. Again, I don't even know if it's in stock, to be honest with you. But this is what you could do on the inside. All right. And that is the inside birthday greetings. So these are designed to go on the inside of a birthday card. And there's a lot of choices, but here's the other thing. You can also just use these on the front because I included cutting dies in the designs for all of this. So yeah, I think the spatter is good. You know what? It's probably fine. If I finish this and after the live and I think, oh no, you've got the perfect thing, because I have some stars somewhere. I just don't know where they are. We're going to stamp our greeting on the inside. So for here, I'd probably do it in the pink because you know, a little color would be cute. Black would be cute though too. So I don't know. A little color. I'm not sure which I want to do now. But the beautiful thing is, so here we have Make a Wish and Celebrate It. No one wears another birthday quite as well as you. I mean, I could match up the type with this. You're aging like the finest wine in all the land. Let's crack a bottle open and celebrate soon. That's the same typeface. Or may your Facebook wall be filled with birthday wishes from people you've never met, haven't seen in years, or genuinely couldn't care less about. That's kind of funny. Let's do that one. Okay. And it's the same font, just in an italic format. Okay. So we'll pop this in here. I think I will stamp this in black ink. Sometimes I like that contrast. So here's the thing. Even if I stamp a greeting on the inside, oftentimes I still want to push it up a little so I have room to write a personal message. I like to write in cards. So we pick that up. We put it right back in our Misty, and this does not hurt anything. I can take my most loved Gina K dye ink cube. This is a nice one. I mean, think about it. I don't do much on Facebook, and then my birthday comes around. I'm like I said, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't, it's not, and every time I think I want to post something on Facebook, I say to myself, no, you don't. No, you don't. Just do your business, Facebook, and move on. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to need some more ink so we can build that up a little. But yes, this is our Archer Italic Medium. So it's not just the, you know, you don't just hit italic on this. You actually choose the font that was designed to be an italic. Oh, it's a beautiful typeface. Okay, All right. Do love that grading so much. Now, let's see what it looks like from the stamping standpoint. All right. I mean, there's the angle. Yep, there she is. I'm gonna work on it. I will add this to the supplies too. I got a lot of things to add, and I gotta have the lunch. I don't know. I gotta go to Costco today. There's a lot of things that have to happen. I have to plan dinner. Do you ever get to the end of the day and you think, again, people have to eat again? I do. Okay, so let's say, we'll zoom in here. I'm gonna grab a thing of sequins. So let's go look at it from the side again. Hold tight. Okay. Ouch. Okay. It's been a while, but I'm gonna bring in the tray, okay? Now, the tray. Let's zoom out here. I don't know if there's anything in here that I'm actually looking for, and I don't know. Okay, I have 2 of these trays. They are by Elizabeth Ward. I think I link this in my supplies a lot, but because this is how but see, I don't even see, all I see are iridescent golds. Okay, they're actually called orange leaves, so that's not even supposed to be gold. And a lot of these mixes probably don't even exist anymore. Oh my goodness, some of these clear gems are so old that they look, what's the word, cloudy. These are Inca gold. And again, well, okay, I'm gonna take a look because Inca gold may not be too bad. I have 2 of those trays. I don't have the, let's zoom in here. I don't have the much more than that. I've tried over the years to, but see, I keep a whole stash of my most used sequins just here off to the side. They're all gold, not today, a lot of silver, and we'll see. But again, it may not be needed. I don't know why there's this like little nagging thing in my body that says, maybe it will work. Where did my tool go? Well, let's grab another one. Okay. If you can't find your go-to tool, use your other go-to tool. I was thinking about making tomato soup for dinner. I have a really nice tomato soup recipe that is wonderful. And see, I don't know. I'm not loving. Oh, maybe I'm thinking the wrong direction. Okay, maybe we need to be going up, up, up and away in my beautiful balloon. Anyone? Up, up and away. Da, 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 da. No? Anyone? Okay. Shannon says, am I talking on the phone or Zoom with someone and having a chat? No, I'm just here. I'm just here, Shanna. I don't know if you're hearing some kind of echo. Is there an echo? There shouldn't be. We have echo cancellation on. Emma and Beth, do I sound okay? I just saw that and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Okay, do we like that? I don't know. Fifth dimension. Thank you, Marlene. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I don't know. Because now I think it needs to, oh, wait. See, something that maybe connects the top and bottom. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's literally just a slight shift in placement. Okay, no echo. All right. The colored ones, I think I thought of that, but then I thought, what would happen? I am really overthinking. See, here's what happens. If I'm spending too much time, then I feel like it's too much time. You know what I mean? But I could do, let's see the smaller ones. See, I like the mix of size. Oh boy, spending too much time on this. But maybe just having little friends, that's not a bad idea. Just so that there's a little scattered nature to it, like that. I'm not feeling the boop, but it's not horrible. Because I'm giving it away. See, it just feels like I just don't need it. I don't know. A couple in each corner, maybe just surrounding. All right, hold on. Sometimes it comes and then you know, and then you say, we've got 3 here. We've got 3 little ones up here. Like that. You could do that. It's not bad. That feels a little nicer. You know what? I actually think that's kind of cute. What do we think? Top and bottom like that? Yeah, Patty Pryor. I didn't really like him on the balloons either. It's not bad. Don't put it on the balloons. Yes on the song, no to the boobs. All right. I think it's not bad too, but is it good? Now, if I lift this up a little and you're like, oh, there's your little card. You've got little Make-A-Wish. I mean, it's kind of cute. Now, we could make them odd. You're right. Take that off. And then we have you guys here like that. I don't know. Yes to the odd. There's part of the reason I actually like the even is because it's framing. It's less about scattering it across. You know what I mean? The space. And here, I'm trying to have that same sort of little triangular connection. I think I'm going to do it. I don't think it's needed. Oh, clear ones. Oh, do I have clear? Let's see. Okay, I'm looking. All right, hold on. I have iridescent clear. I also have, and again, these, Bokeh Dazzle. I don't think, some of these won't even be in stock because they're so old. Okay, you know what? Let's just see. And again, that's not bad. Just because I've got a gold greeting doesn't mean it all has to be gold. Let's try it. All right, these are pretty. So I'll take these off for now. 1, 2, 3. It might be the, who said iridescent, by the way? Thank you for that. Maybe scattered like the, okay, let's just see. This would just add some shine without being in your face. I don't know. Get on there. It's very rare that I do something like this, but it might be great because the iridescent does have, oh, that's a bad one. Let's get a good one. You know, you gotta get your pick of the bunch, right? Let's put you guys up top. Little guy, little guy, little guy. These are pretty. They are these from, they're from This Calls for Confetti. They might still, oh yeah. You know what? And again, I don't know why I like the extra, but this is it. It adds a little shine. Maybe we take the extra. Oh, that one has a little gut cut too. Maybe we just have, I know it's an odd thing. You know I love odd numbers, but right now I am just feeling that little extra something something. I think the clear is cute. Now I'll throw one on the balloon so we can see what it looks like on the balloon. You know, like you could have them going all up and over, but like, I think just keeping it real, top and bottom. I'm gluing it down and then I'm moving on. Thank you all so much for staying with me. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Because, you know, nobody cares about this kind of stuff in my private life. Nobody's like, Cathy, let me help you. Well, That's not true. My daughter might. Now, if you like this card, you can go to my blog, boop, and you can leave a comment, boop, at the bottom of the blog post, and I will choose a winner. I don't think I've chosen a winner from last week. Boop. So I got some things to catch up on. I was a little behind last week in my work life. I do think this is really pretty. It's very simple. Boop. But you can kind of see a simple card takes time, right? I mean, we're closing in on an hour and a half. Now I could have wrapped this up boop, much sooner, but I did not. Boop. And that finishes the card project for today. So let's do a quick design review. And Emma just shared the link. Before I forget though, I wanted to point out two things. Where do I have them? Number one, there is a new company that you may or may not know that has been created by Concord and Ninth. It is not Concord and Ninth, but a new company that they made. So it's not card making, it's all craft projects. Now, I did a video that I have linked in the description where I made 3 crafts, and I have all of the stuff for this holiday release. I am going to make the rest of them because I got to show you. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, I'll show you. Let's go back to my center face. I made the tree. I also made the garland and I made the reindeer. They're all downstairs, but I did a video showing how this comes together. The thing that's so cool about this is that it takes no skill, no tools. Everything comes with you. Now, I did use some tweezers. They give you the glue. They give you the instructions. And when Dan saw this, he's like, that looks like something you'd buy at the Bibelot, which is a shop where well, actually, they're not the Bibelot anymore, but it's a little gift shop that we always bought things at. And I shared this in a video. I know it's not like my wheelhouse to do craft things, but I wanted to share that code with you because you can save 10%. The only other promo I wanted to share today, there's a sale at Altenew. And there's a link in my description too, and a bunch of random things are on sale, so check those out. Again, those are all in the description, and yeah. But let's do a quick design review for this. Let me grab my overlay. Oh, where are you? I did move you. I moved some things when I was, doing the thing. Okay, so here we go. Pop this down, and now basically, okay, let's try to make that straight, Cathy. There we go. All right. So this is a very simple center-weighted design, right? We have our 9 quadrants, and the greeting is sitting right on that line where the 2 sections meet, very close to those intersection points. And that is just, in terms of this grid, whenever you look at where points intersect, they're just points of interest on the card, right? But we've got some things happening on other sides. We've got those little gems there and there, so they're on opposing corners. Very simple center-weighted balance, rainbow color, a repetition of white cardstock for our panel base and the background for the greeting, and then a little repetition of gold with our embossed greeting and the gold spatter. And then, of course, repeating the balloons themselves and the embossed texture. So let's take a closer look. See how cute that is? I mean, look at it's hard to see when I'm under these bright studio lights, but it's very, very fun to have that repeated tone-on-tone texture. This is really cute in person. I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take a picture of it to make it look this good. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. And then of course, there is a greeting on the inside, make a wish, and may your Facebook wall be filled with birthday wishes from people you've never met, haven't seen in years, and genuinely couldn't care less about. You know how it's like, is it could care less or couldn't? No, you could not care any less. All right, and of course, if we look at it from the side, all you're seeing right now is my glue. See, there we go. There we go. See? Oh, look at that. Look at that little guy. Okay, so that was really fun to use the foot pedal today. Whoo! My hair, I look a little worse for the wear. That's all I have for today's live stream. So I will update my supply lists next. I will take pictures in a little bit. And if you want a chance to win the card, go to my blog, enter, leave a comment, and I will send this little cutie patootie to you. Couple things. Number one, thank you. And number two, I have a Halloween card for you on Friday. I will say this. I revisited my goth roots over the weekend, not over the summer. And instead of going as a bee to my family's Halloween party that my sister-in-law threw, I decided to go as a goth lady pushing 60. And so because I was all made up, I decided, okay, there's a card I've been wanting to make. I filmed my intro and then I made the card yesterday. Yeah, I finished editing the video yesterday and I will be sharing that on Friday. I think I'm just going to post the video and let it run, but you will have to tell me when you see it if you appreciate my goth efforts. Anyway, that is all I have for you today. Thanks again to Emma and Beth and for all of you for being here. I hope you have a great day and I will see you back here with another card project soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today for my live stream. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you, so hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in checking out. Thanks for watching and have a great day.